everyone, hope you're all well. Now you guys know me, even though I'm a big fan of expensive dedicated home theater rooms, I'm also a huge fan of basement man cave transformations with clean, non-expensive setups. Today's epic project is most definitely minimal and has plenty of room for improvement and upgrades, which belongs to Phil from New York City, United States. Phil is a plumber who's always been into movies, technology and comic books, and knew one day if he ever bought a house, he would want a basement transformed into an open plan kitchen theater man cave with a gym on the side. So of course his dreams came true, and this entire basement measures at a total of 59 by 68 feet. When he purchased this home, this was already a finished basement that Phil wasn't too fond of. So he ripped out everything and remodeled the entire space. He drew up rough plans as he knew what he wanted and started things off with, of course, the plumbing for the bathroom, as well as the electrical for seats, AV rack and speakers, power outlets, switches and smart lighting for the theater and kitchen area. He then added 2 solid columns in the middle of the room for extra support, insulated the entire space with rock wool soundproof insulation and covered it with some mass-loaded vinyl on the ceiling with green glue before the drywall was installed. Knowing he wanted a TV instead of a projector, I think it would have been a great idea to throw in some cables in the ceiling for any future changes. For flooring, he wanted something durable, so he installed these waterproof vinyl planks, some rubber floor mats for the gym, and put together a kitchen that looks so good. That's of course all set up for snacks and drinks, a second 43-inch TV that can play the same movie as the theater, and a built-in electric fireplace in the theater that changes the mood seamlessly. Enough with the build talk, let's check out the theater. As always, starting off with them front left and right channels, Phil has hooked up the reference Premier Series Klipsch RP280F floor standing speakers, which are slightly towed in towards the ceiling for a much larger immersive soundstage. The RP280F is the largest in the reference Premier family. Them 8-inch surround metallic spun copper woofers matched with the contemporary aesthetics look divine with the color scheme, filling this large space with movie theater quality sound with minimal effort. I highly recommend these beauties. They're so efficient, so clean, and the most powerful low frequency response speakers on the market. Complementing and paired with these gorgeous towers is the Klipsch reference R34C center speaker that's mounted slightly above the in-wall fireplace. With 400 watt peak power handling, this low profile design delivers dynamic, crystal clear acoustics for all your audio needs. I'm in love on how angry aesthetically this speaker looks. It's mounted at a perfect listening height, but I'm sure you're also thinking if it's mounted a little too close to the fireplace, and a big question mark on heat, even though it's a front firing fireplace. Finishing off the 5-channel bass speaker setup, 3 feet behind his seating, Phil has mounted the reference Premier Klipsch RP402S 300 watt surround speakers on each column, which are also placed about a feet higher than the usual listening angle. Up above for 3-dimensional object sound, Phil has installed 4 Dolby Atmos Klipsch RIC65 passive 2-way in-ceiling speakers that he plans to upgrade in the near future. The placement of them is questionable, and if it was me, I would have put 2 ceiling speakers behind the seat and 2 in front. What do you guys think? Has Phil made a mistake here, or do some of you guys have a similar mounting option? Next to the front right floor standing speaker for some clean, low distorted punchy bass is the Klipsch R120SW 400 watt subwoofer. I think in a large room like this, I personally would have 2 subwoofers to balance the bass in the room, and of course relocate the universal remote with the Venom statue somewhere else to avoid vibration noise, which can also cause them falling off the sub. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the AV rack that's located inside a small closet on the side of the room, which is ventilated with some AC infinity fans at the top and bottom of the room. As you guys can see, Phil has done an incredible job with this AV rack, and starting from the top is a monoprice cable management unit. To the left of that is a trip light power outlet strip, which is handy to have if you need a widely spaced out outlets. Then you have 2 networking units on top of each other, which is nicely done. Then is a 24-port coax management rack panel that I actually haven't come across before. Interesting choice. Bottom of this is another monoprice cable management unit and another 16-port networks coax rack mount panel that Phil does not use at this stage. Moving down, protecting and power conditioning all of his equipment is the APC H10 1000 VA power capacity rack mounted unit, delivering pure, stable audio video power protection from blockouts, voltage sags and swells. Underneath to the left, of course, is the Apple 4K TV for streaming, in the middle being the Logitech Universal Harmony Hub for convenient control of his equipment, and to the right is a Fire TV 1 cable box. Then to the right is a cloner HDMI splitter for duplicating video and audio content from a single source, which is very commonly used in today's home theaters. Now, this room's surround sound setup is being powered by the premium 11.2 channel Denon AVRX 6500H 4K Ultra HD receiver, which features the latest audio formats including IMAX Enhanced, as well as the latest external and IP control capabilities. Phil is also a massive fan of gaming, so he's hooked up the Xbox One X and the PlayStation 5 for streaming, gaming, and using it as a 4K player for his physical media, as well as the Nintendo Switch that's placed on top of the front left speaker. And lastly, right at the bottom of the AV rack is a couple of drawers for storage. Speaking of gaming and movies, for display, this 86-inch LG UN 8500 series 4K HDR Smart TV looks incredible on top of the fireplace. It features a 120Hz panel, quick response time, and low input lag, which is amazing for gaming. The decor in this room is very minimal, couple of favorite movie posters around the room, as well as acoustic panels on either side of the TV. Being a fan of comics and collectibles, there's a couple of statues and physical media cabinet with lighting that complements the vibe nicely. For seating, as you guys can see, we have a row of 5 seats, 2 being a drop-down center console with some convenient cup holders and power ports. These seats are also equipped with electric headrest and footrest support, which Phil plans to upgrade in the near future. In a room like this, I think a nice U-shaped lounge would be perfect. Also, a 2-row seating, that would be a great idea, but unfortunately that would mean he will need to jump up to 7 bass channels, which the surround speakers would need to be placed on stands or hanging down from the ceiling. For future plans, Phil wants to add a drop-down projector screen, which should be very interesting, along with a 4K projector that would be mounted on the ceiling behind his seating. I think going for a motorized 2.35:1 CinemaScope screen would definitely enhance the immersive experience, but if you guys think you should get rid of the TV completely, upgrade to a bigger size, or have any other suggestions, you know what to do in the comment section down below. Well, there it is, another great open basement style home theater room. I really enjoyed the layout of this basement. Its functionality is spot on, and I'm sure it gives some of you guys some ideas for any future plans. Its speaker simplicity has room for future upgrades, and if any of you guys have any suggestions or questions, you know what to do in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.